This is Daily Vlog number 108. Today was a Good Friday. No pun intended. Holy Week for a pastor is usually pretty crazy. There's a lot of extra services, a lot of extra themes and ideas that you have to put into play. You go from talking about the triumphal entry of Jesus into Jerusalem to the Last Supper to his betrayal and death to celebrating the resurrection. And even though it's one cohesive story, there's a wide range of emotions up and down as you try to illustrate all of these things and come up with ways of presenting it that frankly are still interesting to people. Although the gospel is interesting in and of itself. But you don't want to preach the same sermons over and over again. After 3 or 4 times, somebody will get wise. For the past few years, I've enjoyed Good Friday a whole lot more than I used to. Not because I enjoy celebrating the brutal murder of my Lord and Savior, because I don't celebrate Good Friday alone. I work with colleagues and friends to put together community services, which have been some of the most creative things that I have done in ministry. I don't know about you, but growing up, you did the 7 last words of Christ from the cross, and you sat for 3 hours in church listening to preachers, sometimes only one preacher, preach about those 7 last words. And those are good services, or they can be. But when you're a kid, you can get bored easy. And I got bored. So I got involved with some of the ministers around here and found that our churches do stuff together. So we've had a lot of great Good Fridays. Also, this morning at the God-forsaken time of 7 a.m., there was a men's breakfast at a Methodist church not too far from here. And something like 170 men gathered to share a meal and to listen to a good message from a good friend of mine. I know Good Friday is supposed to be a solemn day of reflection as we consider the crucifixion of Christ. That is something I did today in our community service as we worked our way through Psalm 22, which Jesus quotes from the cross. But today was also a day of joy for me because I get to experience the camaraderie of my friends as we reflect together on the thing that means the most to us. Now, I know this video may not appeal to everybody who's watching it. I know that some of you don't celebrate Good Friday or Easter Sunday. If you don't, think about those things that unite you with other people. What special bonds do you have with others that when you come together to enjoy them, gives you a sense of camaraderie and belonging? What are those for you? And if you do celebrate Good Friday and Easter, let me know in the comments below how you observe this solemn day. This has been Daily Vlog number 108. 257 to go. I'll talk to you tomorrow.